Hey guys, Vulcan Trader here. Just wanted to do a quick video on Beyond Meat. This is the hottest stock of the year, one of the most important stock, and because of that, the hotter the stock, the further it'll go and the more money you can make on it. But it's also dangerous to trade these too if you don't know what you're doing. But you usually get like one of these a year, and whenever it happens, fundamentals don't matter, market cap doesn't matter. It's all just a number that's pretty much meaningless, and you just have every day trader, swing trader, person that brand new to stocks doesn't know what they're doing and getting into this, and then it starts skyrocketing. They're making money, and yeah, that's just how these things work, and especially in IPOs because you have a low float on IPOs where the insiders are locked up from selling their shares for a period of time. So that means you have more volatility to the upside or the downside. So if you get a stock that's really high on the long side, then you get directional volatility in your favor, which is good, and you can make more money faster. That being said, if you do hold Beyond Meat, you might want to consider selling it or taking some off the table. It really depends on how much of a profit you're at. But they had earnings just this evening, and they announced that they're doing a secondary offering of shares. Their sales were good, but anytime a stock does secondary offering of shares, basically they're just adding more shares onto the market, and basic law of supply and demand. If you add more shares, then it's going to take more money to move the stock up higher in the future. It's a combination of that, and traders that know what they're doing usually see that as a sign of like, okay, well, the stock's topped at least temporarily, and they're going to sell their shares immediately when that happens. So combination of those two and the psychology of it, even if it was a small new issue, that'll sometimes happen too. Here's two others that did that recently. So you got Amarin Corp. I was long right here, and then got stopped out. I was waiting to see if it would break out up to the upside, but and then right about here, because the stock had been going up, they issue new shares, gaps down, and still going down at this point, and probably will continue. Another one is Cara Therapeutics. It's a hot marijuana-related stock, and it's shooting up right here. This is actually a real good buy point if you'd have gotten somewhere in this neighborhood. So it shoots up. What do they do? Issue more shares. And I personally think it should be illegal to issue new shares. It's kind of like you're diluting the value of the existing shareholders and essentially stealing money from them, in my opinion. Kind of like when the Federal Reserve prints too much money. But that's a whole other story. But anyway, back to Beyond Meat. So that happened on the earnings call today. And so you see the share price, it's 191 is what you don't see it here because this is what it closed at. But then in the aftermarket, we go here, you just Google search Beyond, and you can see what happened at the close here. And it was all the way down to 191 is what it closed at. So as the top is most likely in, I think, but I mean, anything can happen. It could be sort of look like a top here, like 200, pull back, consolidate for a while until it gets, to one of these trend lines, or maybe around the 200 area, and you could try and buy it again at that point. But for now, it's always good to, take some profits up here in this area. But we're at let's see if I can get the RSI on here, the relative strength. So this is just Bollinger, just a daily Bollinger Band on daily chart is all this is Beyond Meat. We got RSI right here. If you got your RSI above 70, you got full bars outside of the Bollinger. It's good. It'll ride the Bollinger for a while, but you got to get ready because once it pulls back, it'll pull back hard and fast. You won't expect it. So you want to probably take some off the table the first day that you get to where it closes a low. See this? You see right here, we never had a day that closed below the prior day's low. So right here, this is the prior day's low. Didn't close below it. Prior day's low here, closed above that. Same thing. And this is the first day we actually had today. I tried to. Proper buy point would have been right here, like at 173. You have a lot of inside bars. It breaks out right here, and then you could try and sell into strength somewhere, or you just trail it and then put stop right below the prior day's low. So you would have been stopped out today before earnings at 215, which is a pretty good move. And So that happened, a combination of that and them issuing new shares. I think the top's probably in for Beyond Meat, but we'll see. I mean, maybe it consolidates sideways and doesn't crash from here. If it breaks through this trend line here, I'm thinking that it's definitely gone once that happens. But if it consolidates, stays within this channel, and then keeps going up, you could have something happen. But if you bought down here, you're at a decent profit. Maybe you could still hold and see if some of that happens. But if you bought recently, I'd sell it, tomorrow morning as soon as you can, because it's probably gonna take a nosedive right here. So hopefully that helps. And yeah, so supernovas. There's a couple other examples. You get one of these a year. Tilray would be last year's awesome supernova. You just get these amazing moves of. Let's see what we got here. Tilray's insane. 900%. Beyond Meat was. Yeah. Okay. You got 369% here. GoPro. A lot of them are IPOs because of the low float thing like I was talking about. So IPOs are a good space to learn to play. If we can get GoPro to zoom out here. Got the supernova name from some guy on Twitter. It sounded cool, so I liked it. Took it. This dang thing won't scroll out, but yeah, the same thing right at the IPO. Here we go. GoPro. So it opened up at like $30, went all the way to 90. So pretty sizable return there. If you got just a piece of that, that's a count maker for the year. And a couple others here, Hymen, AWX. They're more penny stocks and they're harder to play. I wouldn't recommend that, but anyway, you just check out IPOs and learn how to play it. I want to recommend my friend Matthew Cratter here at Trader University. If you want to learn to trade IPOs, he's got a course here. I'll put that in the description. How to make money with IPOs. He used to be the head trader for Peter Thiel's hedge fund, and I bought his course, How to Trade Stocks Like a Pro, and you get access to all of his courses. But this one in particular is about IPOs. So go check him out, and he knows what he's doing, what he's talking about. Thanks, and hope that helps you guys out. Help somebody not to lose a lot of money on Beyond Meat that bought it in the hype.